Yes, we are in action and we are talking about women, the chicas, the chicas. Who doesn't love talking about women? Yeah, so welcome back to the Hyped Mind. And we're talking about chicks because everybody loves talking about chicks and there's lots to learn about women. I'm sure if you're a dude, you probably know that. Um, yeah, there's so I think there's this negative belief about women, and it could be a very, I would say it's probably a very extreme red pill belief where you believe that women are only going to want you if you have a lot to offer, if you're 6 feet tall, if you take care of yourself, if you have money, if you can provide for them, if you can provide security, if you can give them all these things that they want. um, and that kind of seems to be the thing. I've had a number of conversations with people where they're like, and some of them are older, where they have sons who are trying to date, right? And some of them are people our age. We're in our 80s, in case anybody didn't know. Um, and some of them were like, look, as a guy today, you just can't win because these women are looking for perfect men, men without any faults, men who have lots to give away, men who are wealthy, men who are, have status and importance and a following, men who have, they're really attractive, good looking chads, if you will. Um, and so I spent some time thinking about that. I thought, okay, I don't think that's totally true. And so what's the other side to this? And I think there is another side. I think that this belief that this is how all women are, they are all hypergamous, seeking to date people who are as good as them or better. And of course, we are talking about women who I wouldn't say necessarily think highly of themselves. Um, Maybe are a little on the narcissistic side, and and even though they don't necessarily take care of themselves, they think they're the prize, which is a good mindset to have. But I don't think that's all women. I don't think all women are arrogant, self absorbed, thinking they're entitled to really wealthy, really good looking men only, um, and kind of looking down on other men. Because from my experience, there's been a lot of men who seem to think that's how all women are out there. And that's it. If you don't meet that that standard of these women, then you've lost. You won't get a girl, right? Um, so I think there are attractive women out there, super attractive women, super desirable women who aren't um, this perfect creation of biology, right? Where they just want to date um, at their level or above, and where they just want to date men who are doing really well. Like a lot of the stuff that Red Pill explains. I think that's a part you have to understand about women. I think there's women who either don't totally realize that operating system but don't need to realize that operating system, or women who know it exists but have higher values. And so I think there's a crowd of women out there who choose a man not because you're constantly attracting her or because you're constantly doing well and never failing and always making money. But they choose you because they want you. They choose you because they know what they're looking for in a human being, character wise. They know what they're looking for in life. You both have similar goals, and they choose to work with you regardless of your situation, right? And that's not a pity. That's not something to do out of pity. That's something they do out of a desire to have a full life.
All right, my turn to talk. Ah, finally. All right, throughout my years of experience, like Andrew mentioned, we are very old men. Um, yeah, it's just like people get together, right? They like each other, and there's not really a reason why. And It can be really that simple. It's kind of like if I like pizza, I like pizza. I'm not gonna describe why I like pizza to you. I just like pizza. Um, there's not really an explanation for it, I guess. And that's it. It's like, some people like to, which I think is a good thing too, is categorize things and say, oh, this is why, this is what women are looking for, this is what men are looking for. When it's like, and then you see the couples where it's like, didn't seem like that applied to them in the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You're like that guy doesn't have money or anything or good
Uh-huh.
look good, and she's hot, or whatever.
Yeah. And it's like cool, awesome. You know, makes life interesting when stuff like this happens, when you're like, oh, wait, so this is how it works. No, it isn't. All right. So I don't know. Move on, whatever. Yeah. So that's it.
I think that's such an easy way to understand, the point I'm trying to make with the whole pizza thing. It's like, yeah, if you know you love pizza and you can make a wonderful pizza with someone, or they already, or you can have this wonderful pizza, right? And you don't need to taste all the pizzas in the world. You don't need to find the perfect pizza. You can find a pizza that fulfills your desire to eat pizza in the moment. It's like you don't have to have this perfect image. You don't have to have these material um, things, or these things constructed by society and by biology too. Biology, there, I understand, there's a part of biology that's playing into this. Um, you want to be with someone who's mature and taking care of you and etc. as a woman, but my point and my positive message that I concluded on while reflecting on this was that there are people out there, and if you're a dude watching this, there are women out there who, even if subconsciously, they know what they value, right? They know what they're looking for. Maybe they want to have a family, um, with someone who at least takes life seriously enough to look like they can provide for a family, or they know that they want to have a good relationship, right? And so it doesn't have to be with someone perfect, or maybe you are perfect, right? But it doesn't have to be with someone, but they don't care if you're perfect, right? They're looking beyond. Maybe you are Chad making six figures, who's 6 feet tall, and all those other funny things that people talk about women women demand of people, right? Kind of the materialistic yet biologically driven things. Um, there's women out there who won't care that you're all that, and they'll be with you because you're going in the same direction, and they want someone to go in the same direction with, and they want someone to lead them there. And they think, oh, we get along, and we have a lot in common, and they're going where I want to go, and we can go there together. And that's what they value, right? Those are their values. Their standards are tied closely to those things too, where they're like, I want to be with someone who's going the same direction as me, who has the same passion for, animals, or for working on cars, or for, family, or for whatever. Um, so yeah, it's nice to be able to think about that and know that, but sometimes it's really hard to be able to see that side of women in the world, see that, know that that is a reality, because as a dude, you're as a human, you're always comparing yourself. And as a dude, you're always comparing yourself to other men. You're like, oh, what if she leaves? What if this? What if that? And so you get yourself out of that headspace and
Hmm.
get
Yeah.
excited,
Yeah.
because there's 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 always, there's always something of everybody. There's always, if there's a bad side, there's a good side. If there's a this, there's a that. So
Yeah. And
not
it's
all
like,
women are like that.
what could be very attractive is just the uniqueness, right? It's just an individual person, and some people are just drawn to that. And I just like the pizza analogy. I'm feeling pizza right now. Yeah, if you ask me to describe why I like pizza, I'm gonna say, dude, shut up. I just like pizza. That's it. I don't care. Just whatever. I feel
Right?
like
It's not because
that's
it's
the
6
case.
feet
Yeah,
tall and
that's the case.
wealthy.
Exactly. And and it's like cool. You just like pizza, and it fits in your values. It's you don't deem it as unhealthy to eat, and that's it. And we could definitely use a better, um, not a better, a funnier an analogy for this food analogy, but we'll stick with pizza. Pizza's just fun.
It is. Yeah. And it's not like you don't look around and see couples who you're like, what are you guys doing together? And most of the time they're together because I think their goals align. It's like they're attracted to the fact that what they're both shooting for is so similar that they can make and choose to make it work. But that's but I really want to emphasize that word choose because there are women, just like there are men, who will choose to be with someone and not from a place of pity, not from a place of hope or or like I really hope they fix themselves or I can fix them type of thing. But they choose to be with someone because of those values, because of their values, because of what they what they believe about life. And yeah, it doesn't have to be this thing dictated by biology. Yes, biology has a big factor in it. If you don't know what's going on, biology plays a lot of the subconscious role that you don't realize, and then it absolutely could become conscious too, where you kind of realize that hey, this is a game. I could play this game, kind of like men. People always talking about men pickup artists, right? And like, I guess the opposite would kind of be women. Women in dating would be the opposite of a male pickup artist, right? Like, I think male biology kind of drives a man to be a good pickup. I don't want to say artist because you might not necessarily be intentionally be doing it for that, right? But I think a lot of what drives men in a dating scenario that people call pickup artistry is a male's biology, right? A desire to try to get the best woman or to try to get a woman and to try to have sex. And so the opposite goes for women. Like I think the exact mirrored opposite would be women in dating where they're trying to um, have the best guy, right? As the one they get to hang off the arm of. And so yeah, just knowing that there are women who not all women are like that. Not all women are driven by their biology. And there are plenty of women out there who choose to pick a guy regardless of what society tells them, regardless of what biology tells them, because they have a different set of beliefs and they have a different set of values. And those are what they prioritize over, their environment, over the message of society, over the drive of biology. I don't think there's anything else. I think we just beat a dead horse at this point.
Yeah, this is covered.
Yeah. So,
We covered every single thing we needed to. Dude, the checklist is checked off.
oh, wait, no, we forgot the last step on the checklist, dude.
Well, mine is
Subscribe,
complete.
huh?
Mine's completed, but go for it.
Mine's not. Subscribe, please. Do it because we need you and you need us, even if we neither of us know that. I know that.
Yeah,
You might not
actually,
know that.
yeah, I
That's okay.
agree. I agree
Subscribe.
with Andrew on this subscribe. That's a threat.
That's not a threat for me. That's an encouraging message. Choose to subscribe because just like you want a beautiful girlfriend or boyfriend, or maybe you don't want a relationship at all, we're here to support you on any one of those three things. So show your support of us. Thanks.
All right,
Peace.
guys, I'll miss you. Done.